Hello, Dwight Norris of Fishing at Work here in Boston along some of the greenways near the Boston Common, that way. But today I wanted to talk about Friday fishing and why you should probably try it out. I know it's just like any other day, but for many people it's Friday and they want to get into work and they want to get out of work, or even better, they can just take Friday off. Because Monday is Columbus Day and some people have that day off, like myself. So I will be spending that day doing some fishing. But today, on Friday, most people take off a little earlier than expected. And maybe they aren't using their time effectively. Maybe they should be thinking about doing other things. I have some things to do today, and it will reduce a little bit of my fishing time, but I'll still get it in. And I will catch some fish now that I know a better way of doing it for catching the smaller panfish that I'm planning on catching. But you may find that you actually leave work a little earlier. You have an hour, 2 hours, extra time. Maybe you can spend some of that time going fishing, doing some experimentation, trying out a new lure, going to a different place, and being a little fun. Because once you start this Fishing at Work game, you may find that you're fishing the same general area a lot. And doing that can get a little monotonous. So maybe you should broaden your horizons. You should try out that lake that's just a little further outside the area. Take that bus or train there, or maybe pull out the boat, the kayak, and hit the metal. It's getting near fall, and the temperature's been pretty high, and it's just starting to trail off. So you want to hit those deep ledges where it drops off very sharply. Doesn't really matter if it's a foot of water where it drops off or if it's 10 feet of water. You will find with, I would say, crankbaits or spinnerbaits, the depth at which the fish are, and then you can research with a topographic map where this is in your location. And if there is no map, then you're gonna have to make the map yourself. And crankbaits are actually a great tool to actually figure out how the lay of the land is underwater, and also to find out where the ledges are. And you can actually find underwater structure, stumps, logs, trees, branches, man-made structures, all of those. And crankbaits, if you reel them right, can bounce off those most of the time. So what does this have to do with Friday fishing? Well, the general thing is you should be fishing more, and Friday is a day of the beginning of the weekend. So your beginning of the weekend shouldn't have to start with Saturday morning, waking up early and hoping nobody bothers you. Hey, where are you going? You need to cut that grass, you need to clean the kitchen, you need to put all your crap away that's clogging up the area, the basement. I can name a couple of things I need to do myself, but why should it start on Saturday? Friday's right here. Friday is now. You can go out, you can have fun, nobody's bothering you, you're still alone, you can leave work a little earlier, like most people do, and do something new. Do something fun, do something adventurous, or you can go home, if you have a family, grab your son, grab your daughter, whoever wants to fish, grab everybody. Go out, have a good time, catch some fish, have a fish fry afterwards, have some beers, and have a great start to the weekend. Friday fishing can be lots of fun, especially when the weather is like today. I wish it was a little bit warmer, have a little bit of a cool down, went from 75 down to 58. Still not rocking my my jacket yet, but I'm fighting it. So what else can I say about Friday fishing? I guess there's nothing else to be said. I will be making a blog post about that in the future, about how you can use your Fridays effectively if you plan. And maybe you can go somewhere else new, try something else out, try out a nice jig selection. I actually found out a homemade tackle store that actually makes jigs and specializes in jigs. I think it's called a Bico Specialty Tackle or something, but The company that makes it is called GQ Tackle, and they're actually based in Massachusetts, where I am. And I learned about them online. They're doing pretty well. They're selling on Amazon, and they have lots of examples of their jigs working very well. I will not profess to be a great jig fisherman. I actually avoided it a long time ago when I got that first jig and I had the big, nice brushless, those little kind of hair thingies that go over the hook to keep it up. But most of the places I thought I fished didn't have crayfish, and when I tried it, I got nothing, no action at all for weeks, and I was like, either this doesn't work or I don't work. So since I saw all the professionals making it work in the weeds, in the grass, in the lily pads, and even in deep drop-offs, I thought to myself, yeah, I'm the problem. So I'm going to be making another attempt, and I'm going to use their tackle, and I'm going to tell them that I'm using their tackle, and I'm going to actually mention them on my website. And if it all works out and I follow what they do with the jigs, my little experiment, maybe I can do an interview with them. Say, hey, would you mind showing up on my channel? We can have a nice little online webinar and talk about the jigs. My audience would like that. I think you would. You want to know how to use a jig, right? Because I think I do. So try something new. Try something different. Go somewhere else. Have some fun. You could be fishing. It could be something else. But just go out there and do it. So, Dwight Norris, Fishing Network. Checking out.